I'm back again. Today I have a parcel from my buddy Eddie from Last Level Games. If anyone knows of the shop, it's well, every year I take a trip up on holiday and I get to do a tour around Norwich with my buddy Stuart. And we always pop into Last Level Games, and it's an absolutely amazing store. And I've got to say, he's got some of the best prices around that you'll see. And he's still taking orders at the moment. I advise you to hit him up on Facebook. He's Last Level Games. And yeah, always willing to help out, always you know, willing to take any pictures or anything needed. Absolutely top bloke. And yeah, as we know, as I stated in my last video, I sold some stuff recently so I could fund getting my Saviour collection back of bits I sold. Now this here is quite a bit of it, and so yeah, I've been speaking to him, we've been organising this deal over the past week or so. Yeah, let's get down to it. So I have the trusty scissors, and time to unbox and see what we got. La la la. I think we need elevator. Please stand by music. Please stand by. Yeah, make sure there's no giveaway. Right, so let's have a look. I think he's bomb-proof the packaging. One piece of cardboard. And lots of, wow, I see what he's done. Yeah, he's wrapped. Yeah. Somehow he's popped it in two separate parcels. We've got half a ton of bubble wrap to make it nice and secure, but of course it's Dreamcast games, so we all know how fragile, fickle and bloody pathetic casing for Dreamcast games are. I'm kind of wondering how many out of this lot have top cases. Alright, so check my letter. That's just the list, the invoice, and yeah, these are all passed individually with bubble wrap, so let's get started. Okay, so the first one is not very easy to find one these days. It's 102 Dalmatians. It's your basically 102 Dalmatians. It's your third-person action adventure. Goes to side-scrolling parts on it, and it's actually a really, really fun game to play. It's yeah, it's a real good. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, because I mean, we all know how bad Dreamcast games are. And as I was speaking to him, I did ask if he could like protect it in super good and put them in like better cases if there's any available. And so yeah, I know he did. Right, Snow Surfers. Yeah, this game is alright. I played it very little, that even a word. Very similar to SSX, I would say. Yeah. And the next one out of the vault we have. Would anyone like to buy some bubble wrap? Loads for sale. Next one we have is slowly coming out, and that is Slave Zero. Now this is like an action adventure. It's not too bad actually, it plays really well. It does get quite difficult later on. I never completed this game, I got around about halfway through it, but it's a fun one to play. Next. La la la. How do you know it's worth the wait for me to get through this bubble wrap? Well, this is actually the best golf game on the Sega Dreamcast, and that is Tee-Off. Back in the day, I remember when my buddy Duncan had one of these, he played this religiously. He played this absolutely, you know, all the time. And when we went around there, we'd often have quite a few games on this. It's just your average golf game, but it's quite fun to play. It's not like based on real people or anything. They look like basically avatars for Xbox now. So yeah. A lot of games. Let's just get rid of that down there. And this next one is a not fun game, Pod 2. It's okay. I always like the part where you get to go through the tunnels and it reminded you of Scud Racer, but the controls ain't the best in it. It's alright. It's alright. It's, you know, what else can I say? It's alright. Now this next one, I can see from the cover, I really enjoyed this next one. I actually played it loads, obviously a long time ago. My God, these cases so far are immaculate. Wow, I didn't expect so many to be in such good condition. Roadsters. This is a real fun driving game. My handling was really quite good in this, but my analog pad and my Dreamcast, it's kind of like, I forget how much I've used them, so I think I'm going to have to pop out another Dreamcast pad. I have quite a few never used, put away. I mean, the thing is, this is from a couple of bundles that, this is the bundle and shop stock that Eddie got recently, and there was lots there. There was lots there, and there's still lots. I mean, I only asked for the ones I didn't have, and so definitely hit the guy up on Facebook. Oh yeah, Jeremy McGrath Supercross Racing. It's playable. It kind of puts me in mind of, was it on the Moto, whatever it was, on the 32X. But this is playable, you can see what you're doing. It's just your dirt bike racing game. Fun actually, quite fun to play. And the next one, yeah, you know you're getting games just for the collection when you see the title straight away, you think, oh yeah, that one. Racing Simulator Monaco Grand Prix. I am not a Grand Prix fan. This game's not too bad. To be honest, I played this at the same sort of time I got Metropolis Street Racer, and so as you can imagine, this got put on the shelf and just totally forgot. Wow, this is like halfway. Yeah, but this is like Christmas and it's all good fun. Right, Spec Ops 2 Omega Squad. I suck at this game, I really do. I am no good whatsoever. It plays kind of like Hidden and Dangerous, but it's just, yeah, no, not for me. And breaks into Tetris music. And the next one we have is Ultimate Fighting Championship. Can't say much about Ultimate Fighting Championship games because whilst I've had them in the past, I've only put them on for a few minutes and never played them. But yeah, I just imagine they're similar to WWF with actually kicking and punching. Not to be too controversial, proper kicking and punching. But I do like the WWF. I liked it back in the day. I mean, my favourite, but I used to watch it for quite a while ago, was Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. He was my favourite wrestler ever. He's fantastic. Shame he's gone now. V-Rally 2 Expert Edition. I've tried to play this. It's unforgiving. It's so hard. It's scary. This isn't. So this is like, I think, about a £10 game. It's not too bad, but be prepared for lots of frustration if you're going to play it. Which, if you have it, you should do, because every game's worth a go. At least 10 minutes of your time. But this next game, I actually got to the last level and nearly completed. Didn't properly complete it, but as I say, got right up to the last level. And that is Toy Story Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. Right, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. That's it. Just look at the back picture, so I get confused. Yeah, this game's all right. When it came out, I think gameplay in the UK was still going, and they sent it to me by mistake with an order of 2 other games I made. And I sort of messaged him and said, hi, I've got this, I need to return it. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it, just keep it. I mean, the guy that used to run gameplay before they were bought by Game or Game Station was awesome. It was just one guy. And there's actually a little story about gameplay, how they came to pass. Basically, what happened is they advertised in magazines and things like that. And they would place an order to buy their stock. And what happened one day is they placed an order and they realised that the company offering the games was a lot less than it should have been, so they placed a massive order, and this company were kind of like, well, we can't really fulfill that because, you know, we're not going to make anything from them. And it was kind of like, well, but you know, the order's been placed, I've paid for, you know, what can you do? And out of nowhere, the companies were like, fine, yeah, let's just do it. And basically that's how he got his name. He got to be bigger. He basically started opening stores, but they didn't last very long. They didn't last very long, just as he was sort of like trying to chip away and get into the market. I'm not sure if it was Game or Game Station. One of them just bought him and they're like, no, you're ours. And so they kept their market share. And then Game bought Game Station, and now Game are Game, and Game are just owned by Mike Ashley, the owner of Newcastle Football Club. Not a not really a games person. It's kind of quite strange because you own Sports Direct, and you go in Sports Direct now and they have games at the counter. Can't get used to that. Well, obviously when quarantine's not over, they'll have games at the counter. But yeah, great game. As I said, got near the end of it, but I remember it being really, really, you know, the last level just being impossible, falling off bits, not being able to get to. So yeah, that's next. Cliff, you were using scissors a second ago. I know, I'm going to be smart and try not to use them. Ah, there we go. Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, with Eagle Watch missions. It's another third-person game that I'm not very good at. It's actually it's the first-person one. I can't remember. I needed it for the collection. It's not great. Ah, for the last game in this box. Is it going to be a good one? Oh, actually, it's not bad. Sydney 2000. It's your basic track and field. It's fun. It's got quite a few events to play. 100-meter hurdle, 100-meter dash is always my favourite in any game, and this had it. It's never going to come close to the old, my God, Winter Heat and Athlete Kings on the Saturn. Now, those are my favourite, and they're level but fantastic. Also, track and fields on the PlayStation, they're good. But yeah, similar sort of game. It's not bad. It's yeah. Ooh. We don't want to be dropping that on the floor now, do we? This is something I actually haven't owned before, but I'll show it off in the video. As I said, if I've owned them before, I'm not going to put them in the videos. They'd be for the box episode, but no. A boxed rumble pack. Yeah. I have a cable. I have a VGA cable, thank you very much. Oh, I know what this is for. Yes, another thing I have the official Dreamcast one. I don't really want to use it, and also it's stored away. I've been playing loads and loads of the Dreamcast lately. I mean, it's also another inspiration for me to buy the Dreamcast games back. But on normal tellies, not even a word. But on normal tellies, the quality is absolute dog shit. So yeah, got me a VGA converter. Well happy to get hold of this. So it's going to go, basically what I'm going to do is going to get this, I'm going to get a VGA, then I'm going to get a HDMI adapter lead from VGA to HDMI to play directly into my telly. And yeah, the Blaze one is one of the better ones on the market, so worth looking into. And if you like playing your Dreamcast and you haven't got CRT telly, VGA is definitely the way to go. I mean, there are quite a few games on the Dreamcast that don't boot via VGA. Basically, I think there's about 20 maybe 30 of them. But what you actually need to do is there is the boot disc. I think it's called Codebreaker in America. I can't remember the UK name of it. But basically, you get it from a magazine, and it can even force boot those 20 games that don't want to boot in VGA. So it's yeah, worth getting hold of. And say the Blaze one is definitely the higher quality one. Do not ever get any of those cheap little leads, the Chinese ones that just haven't got the box. They're just the wire, because you know they're going to be awful quality. Oh, Stunts GP. This is a fun game, but sealed as well. So I did play this back in the day. I kind of remember it just. What did it bring? I'm trying to think of hard driving, but with stunts. It reminded me of a lot better graphics and a frame rate. A proper frame rate. But yeah, it was okay. It was kind of like scale strips of stunts. It's sealed. There's loads to go. This one's not bad. It's really sought after. I've got to be honest, I have hardly played this one at all. But it is Freestyle Scooter. Yeah, as I said, I basically think it's just Tony Hawk's, but with a scooter. So yeah. You guys been playing your Dreamcast? What have all been in that band? So I certainly know I have. I actually just started playing the Xbox Devil May Cry 5 as well. I've been going through all them the last couple of years. Been sat on the shelf to play, so I've been playing it. Another sealed one. MTV skateboarding featuring Andy McDonald. Yeah, so another version of Tony Hawk's with a skateboard. Now remember, this one isn't very good at all. I only played for a little. I'm not very good at the skateboarding games, not at all. I've not given that much time. I gave one of the pro skaters on the OG Xbox a couple of hours, but that's the best I've done. You can hear I have tried to put some entertaining Sega music on in the background today. I use Cyberlink, and trying to mix audio with Cyberlink is a pain in the arse. It's always something's too loud or something's too quiet, none of the autocorrect work, so music in the background. Buzz Lightyear off Star Command. This is another one me and I think my daughter Paige played. The most fun part of this part it's the third person action. It's kind of like took away from the screen, you know, Crash Bandicoot style. It's actually got racing sections in it. The racing sections are real fun to play. As I played for a little while, never really got too far in it, but it's a good game. It's a fun game. It is a fun game. Why did the mushroom get invited to all the parties? Because he was a fun guy. Sorry. Why did Cliff get the scissors out if he's not going to use them? Because he's an idiot. Right, Chicken Run. Oh, I hate this game. It gives me nightmares. Yeah, I only played it for a little. This is one of those frustrating games where I kind of like... I tried to throw the pad away, but of course the cable brought it back and hit me in the head. Bad joke. No, this isn't a very good game. It's alright for the youngsters, but that is the call of the youngsters back in the era of this. The youngsters today will just get really fed up and just throw the pad through the window and say, Dad, I'm not playing this crap, why did you buy it for me? Back in my day, when my kids were playing it, they enjoyed it, even though it was, you know, a difficult game. And the next one is Conflict Zone. Yes, I remember this. I actually purchased this the first time. I actually owned this. Was the first buy I bought from Lee of Saw Fun's Retro when we did the Watford Film Con in, I think it was 2014 or 2015 when he actually came down here. But yeah, I played that quite a bit then, and yeah, tanks, planes, third person, not quite sort of Desert Strikey, but yeah, it's a fun one. It's definitely one worth giving a go, and it's another cheaper. I mean, there's not really many pricey games here because I didn't sell any of the pricey games, thank fuck. The only one, actually, there's two I need to get that are up there in price for the collection. That is Evolution 2. I can't get Taxi to even that didn't come over here, and Samba the Amiga set, and of course Moho, the world's worst bloody game, the most expensive game. Right, well, let's go to the other one, ECW Anarchy Rules. Yeah, I've not really played this one at all. I haven't played any of the ECW games. I'm really happy with the condition of these cases. A few odd marks, but seriously, I was expecting at least 80% to be needed. Damn, Eddie, you're a superstar, man. I love you. So, last level game, please. Remember how I said I didn't really like F1 Grand Prix games? Well, I don't. And this one I hated more than anything. I had them both when I had, obviously before, when I was close to completing it. And I hated every moment I spent in this game. We're getting near the end, peeps, don't worry. Another one. This is a kind of feel guilty over this one because after I'd agreed to buy this, my buddy Martin asked for it, and generally I'd let him have it first. Hopefully he can get himself a copy. That is Exhibition of Speed. This plays like absolute dog shit. It really does. You can get, you can get around, you can play the game, you can get in cars. Didn't get much feeling of speed for it because it's called Exhibition of Speed, but it's too twitchy to play. That was back in the memories of the day, was it? My analog on my Dreamcast. I would be so happy if I got parcels like this every week, but then I would never have any money and I'd be living on the street. Floyd and Brothers. Oh, this is an awful game. It really is. I played this for a little while. This is actually, I think this is the one that's going to be, part of like a trilogy. Crap, it's just not fun. Ooh, we are down to the last three. Are you excited that I'm nearly done with? Are there any good ones in here, or are they all stinkers? We have ECW Hardcore Revolution. I don't know. I've not played the ECW or the Championship Fighting games. This is a wrestling. It's ECW, and it's hardcore, and it's got 40 hardcore ECW stars, including Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Tommy Dreamer, Raven, Mike Awesome, Francine, and New Jack. Real guitar, mouth, crowd chants, and commentary from ECW's Joey Styles. Yeah! No idea who any of those are. The second to last one is, this is actually Ducati World. This isn't that bad. It's definitely better than the Suzuki game I played recently. This is one that I can't remember. I don't think I before I got my Dreamcast list, I don't think I owned it. Someone I knew owned it, and whereas he was swapping games, we borrowed this off. I borrowed off of him. And I did pump a couple of hours into it, and I enjoyed it. I'm not really much of a bike person. I might have liked to ride. I might have learned to ride a motorbike one day. But yeah, I mean, if there's a choice of Suzuki or Ducati, from what I've played, this is definitely the one to get. And the last game. Dun, dun, dun. For some reason I'm doing the John Cena music. This one's actually not bad. I quite enjoyed this one. The last game. None of these cases have fell apart after pulling them out. And let me just check the box just in case there's something I've missed. Right, empty. The bomb-proof box. And the last game is Army Men, Sarge's Heroes. I mean, did any of you guys ever play? That's good. I play any of the Army Men games back, in the day. Because I played a few of them. I played me and Jason's friend Peter Baker. He had quite a few of them on the original PlayStation, and we played some of them on the original PlayStation. And they're not bad. I mean, it sort of definitely brings back memories of being in the garden. You're in your mud. You've got your green soldiers, you've got your brown or grey soldiers, whichever soldiers were cheapest at the post office turn toy thing that your mum would buy you. And you spend hours and hours in the garden digging them, burying them, and then just making water trenches and having so much fun with the tanks. And yeah, I mean, this Army Men Sarge's Heroes is definitely a good game. I really did enjoy it. But yes, this is a mammoth parcel. This will never be repeated for much long time. Me no speak English. But yeah, a big, absolute massive shout out to Eddie at Last Level Games in Norwich. Thank you very much, my friend. You've done an amazing job with packing these, and I'm so chuffed. Thank you. And everybody, please, if you're after, I know we're all in lockdown, but please pop on to Facebook, Last Level Games in Norwich. Feel free to message him. I mean, he posts on the Facebook groups quite regularly, items for sale. He's got tons of, well, not tons, but he's got quite a lot of everything. I mean, the only thing he didn't have that I would have liked was Saturn, and he's got Saturn games, but none of them are to get this, unfortunately. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's something different, and as I've owned all these before, as I said, I'm happy to unveil and show you. Nothing to go in the video at the end of the month. As I say, Last Level Games, big thank you, Eddie. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.